LinkedIn is like a business to business platform. Why in the world would someone who's a practitioner want to go to LinkedIn to grow their business? So can you speak a little bit to your journey and kind of pivot to using LinkedIn, and for my network who follow me over here for my LinkedIn strategies, we can get into like, well, what's working for you? What's making you visible? What's creating connections for you? But what made you decide to move over to LinkedIn? Why, as a practitioner, would you be interested in LinkedIn in the first place?
Right. Okay. So what made me decide was you. I I did your master class, and when you started speaking on the fact that Instagram and Facebook, like the income that's there is X amount of dollars, right? Whereas the income on LinkedIn is 100,000 or more, right, per year salary. And that just made me realize, like, the services that I offer are higher ticket offers, right? So it didn't make sense for me to be on Instagram and Facebook necessarily to offer my services. And that's where I realized, like, my niche is over there. The women that I need to serve are on that platform. Not to say that they aren't here either on Instagram and Facebook, but these are kind of like what you were saying, like these platforms are more for play. LinkedIn is more for getting those connections, networking with other people, building relationships with others, and really like diving in and saying, hey, I'm here, this is what I'm doing, and you know, moving forward from there, I guess. But for me, what's been working in the academy, oh my gosh, I feel like everything that you teach has been working in the academy. I'm like, for real. So I started with 98 connections. I have 368, I think, right now. But my calendar, my clarity calls that I'm getting, like, I have a full freaking calendar for June. That has never happened, okay? Like, I'm on top of the freaking world.
Okay, so, can we just pause and recognize that Elisabeth has a full calendar of calls booked with potential clients? Yeah. And how long have you been in the academy? Maybe 2 months?
Yeah, like 2.5.
Yeah.
Right? So it's amazing. So for me, I guess, like, for specific tactical things, I go in and I do the checklist that you have. So I go in and I make comments on potential clients, make comments within social figures, and then I go through and look to network with some of the people within, like, my niche. So I've connected with some women who are specifically helping mothers, and I'll go through, you know, their contact list and reach out and just say, hey, and give, you know, a customized invitation to connect with me. And then, you know, I've also had others reach out and want to connect with me as well. So it's kind of like that nice balance between the two.
So good. Well, and can you speak a little bit further to that? Actually, inside of our program, we had this discussion this morning that LinkedIn is, yes, it's a lead generation source for clients, but it's so much more than that. In the bigger grand scheme of the picture of networking, so that you can actually get in front of the right networks to be seen, to be heard, to create these power partnerships. Can you speak to any experiences you've had on the platform, just networking? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I actually just got off of a call just before we jumped on with a woman who wanted to just learn more about my business, and we knew going in, like, this was, we called it a coffee chat, right? We knew going in that we wanted to figure out a way to support one another. So really, for me, the connections are great. Getting on clarity calls obviously are amazing, but also having, like, the collaborations are just as important, because you never know who you're going to get on a call with to, you know, help you get clients. Something else that happened last week for me was I had a lawyer, she's part of a law firm, reach out to me and ask if I could present in her group to her interns. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do it, you know? So that was another networking opportunity. And then she then wanted to see if I would write an article with her. So like there's all of these different little tiny pieces that go into all of this that make it so wonderful and give you that visibility and that credibility. And, you know, it's just so beautiful. I really love it.
I love everything about this, and you're just flourishing over there. So just to give kind of a baseline, what would you say was like a typical Monday in your calendar booked for potential client calls before joining the academy, and like where it is today?
0. And today, I think my Monday, I had back-to-back calls starting at like noon until 3 something like that. So, and they're 15-minute calls. So it's infinitely better.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Elisabeth, thank you so much for jumping in here and just sharing like your journey. What I love is, what I'll kind of recap here is that with launching your practice, recognizing what I'm hearing you say is that yes, there's opportunity for sales and client bases over here on Instagram and Facebook, but there's a more concentrated network of people over on LinkedIn who are focused on transformation, they're focused on development, and they also have the discretionary funds to invest, right?
Yes.
And you have more of an opportunity to be visible and be seen and really leverage your credibility. All those accolades that you spoke to in the beginning, the visibility, the credibility that you've built, and to be able to leverage that over on LinkedIn. And the networking and the collaboration that you're able to do. We were just talking about this again this morning, of being able to go speak to larger communities of people who are the ideal client for you to generate business for you and grow and scale your business from your computer at home, which is just awesome. Well, as we wrap up, Elisabeth, where can people come find you if they're interested in your services?
Yeah, so find me on LinkedIn. I'm Dr. Elisabeth Wygant, and you can follow me here over on Instagram. You know, check out what I've got going on, but I would say head over to LinkedIn. You're gonna want to there.
Yes, it's so much fun over there.
Yeah.
So definitely go check her out. Come find her on LinkedIn. Take the dust off your profile. Speaking of profiles, as we wrap up, any final tips or tricks for them that were just like instant game changer? I know we've got 1 or 2 minutes left, but any like instant tips or tricks that you have found that have made a huge difference for you on the LinkedIn platform?
You know what? For me, so before really getting on there, I was slightly intimidated because I didn't know how to communicate over there. But for me, it was realizing like I'm just gonna be myself. And that's what really like started picking up some traction. And then also your headline is huge. Like that's your real estate. Like you always say, like that's where people are going to truly recognize what it is that you do. And your name follows you, right? Wherever you go on LinkedIn. So I would say like those 2 key pieces were pretty big game changers. Like just being authentic, being me, and then really tapping into narrowing in on my headline for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And you've taken radical action. Like you've taken the coaching and you've taken radical action and kind of taken the feedback. And I think that's made a huge difference. Well, Elisabeth, thank you so much for popping in here today. We love and appreciate you so much and your energy. And by the way, guys, the checklist that she's talking about, you can head over to my bio, I think, or you can just go to the website, burnouttoallout.co. We do have that little income producing checklist for LinkedIn that she's talking about that she lives by. You can go grab that for free and start working on your LinkedIn checklist today. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you inside the academy, maybe tonight in one of our coaching calls.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.